This last week I decided to go on a short road trip around Central California to waste some time before my appointment for my second vaccine, and thanks to the current high gas prices around the state, when the question came as far as which vehicle to take, I didn't think twice. Of course, I'd be taking the Prius. Single dinged up Prius. Okay, let's go. I left Monterey on Monday, April 19th. About 1 hour before Cole drove me over to my mom's house to grab the Prius, I got a text saying that the battery was dead. So day one started off on a great note. Cole and I revived the glorified golf cart, and just like that, I was on my way. It's currently 12:04. I spent all morning getting the Prius ready. It looks like a mess, but I swear it is an organized mess. Okay, let's go. I'm sure a few of you guys have questions. Why, Mariah? Why are you taking the Prius when you have a perfectly good van back at home? Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of things wrong with this car. This is my childhood family car. It's a 2008 Prius, a little dinged up from the years that my parents spent teaching my brother and I how to drive. I mean, it's gone through some stuff. 243,000 miles of stuff. The air conditioning doesn't work. It is hot in this car right now. Through all the faults, it does have one thing going for it. It's a Prius. Do you see that? 46.4 miles to the gallon. Come on. I'm going into Albertsons, but it's 80 degrees outside, and so I'm literally gonna run in, grab two things, because Phineas can't be in this car for more than 5 minutes. I shopped so fast I forgot to buy groceries. Living in a car with a dog is much more challenging than in a van with less windows, more insulation, and prioritized ventilation. Take the chicken, put it in the salad. It's actually really nice to be able to cook outside. My friend, that is not cooking. Name that sound. Do you like the Prius or do you like being colder in the van? A couple of hours of driving on a sketchy road winding along the Kern River, and I arrived at my first campsite. Also, this is not the sketchy road. I do not film under duress. Finn, are you so tired? You look so wiped out. All we did today was drive. There's actually a hot spring about a mile down this river. It's a good hot spring, but it's like 90 degrees out right now, so it's not hot spring season. Oh no, I don't want to touch the bottom, it's too sketchy. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, gone. What, you wanna get in? You wanna get in? It's really cold. Fun fact, this is the third river that I've swam in since I've gotten on the road. There is definitely something wrong with that equation. I have massive goosebumps. Finny, did you have a good day? Did you have a good day? I'm sorry that we were driving so much. And now Finn, you have to read too. We're going to be reading Where the Crawdads Sings. Where the Crawdads Sing? Aw, Finn just cuddled up to my side. I miss Coleman. Usually when I leave, I don't miss Coleman for like, I don't know, a week, because I'm so caught up in the distraction of everything. And so I thought that because this is a shorter trip, I wouldn't have time to miss him. Plus he's busy working. I don't know. And I never talk about that on this channel. I feel like a lot of people think that I'm single. I get comments of people saying that I'm lying about being single. I promise I'm not lying. I just am not a PDA person, and unfortunately YouTube, even though I'm alone talking to myself right now, it feels the same to my brain as kissing in public, and I'm not a kiss in public kind of girl. I'm going to bed now. The next morning, the mountains around me woke up and chose heat stroke, so I made my way back down the pass headed for a cooler climate, but before I got too far, I stopped for breakfast. Where's my spoon? I ended up rerouting myself towards Shaver Lake. Shaver's Lake? What's with me and these words today? The pass was steep as heck, and I was very stressed out about the go-kart, but she surprised me by flying up the mountain without a hitch. Unfortunately, after driving the whole way to the lake, we did find out that the camping was about a week away from opening back up since the area was expecting freezing temperatures overnight. So instead of finding a place to camp, I spent the early afternoon exploring the lake with Finn. The first few days of my trip, I kept finding myself reaching for my phone to film instead of my big camera. There's something about such a small device that's always in your pocket or your fanny pack, ready to use at a moment's notice. Finn was really the most adorable goofball on this trip. He was so happy with all the adventures, the walks, the fetch, the people to meet, the water to play in. Finn made this trip amazing. As I drove down the pass, less stressed, I was able to notice the views, the cute little cabins, and the fire damage from last year. In retrospect, I definitely chose to visit all the fire-prone counties of California on accident. Every other house on this stretch of highway had "Thank you firefighters" signs posted, and the entire drive down, I kept imagining how stressful it would be to live in these areas during the fire season. $26. 26 stinking dollars for a tank of gas. The van would have cost like $78 for the same mileage. Anyways, I ended up lucking out in the search for camping that night and found a state park in Fresno that offered camping right on the lake. What was the lake called? Millerton. I spent this night at the lake just geeking out over how cool my site was. I had a little private beach down at the lake. I also had a nice little picnic table viewpoint thing between the lake and the car that was absolutely perfect for the sunset, and then the site itself up top had one of the best views from the car of the lake shore sprawling off into the distance. It was amazing. Thank you, Mary. No, it's okay.
It's okay.
I will.
Yeah.
I had a really good time filming this. I don't know if it's because I've been out and about more in this vlog or what's going on. This car really does push me to get out more, and it also allows me to drive more without feeling bad. Like if I was in the van today and I drove all the way up to Shaver Lake, literally probably 3-hour round trip out of the way. In the Prius, it's like a $30 mistake. In the van, that's like a $100 mistake. So I'm pretty happy about that. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna go take a shower. I hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon. And I will see you next Sunday with part 2 of this road trip.